Okay, stay down, I'm gonna get you.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Chicago PD Season 11 Episode 5 Review, Split Second. What's wrong with Atwater and why he wasn't himself in the newest Chicago PD? Kevin Atwater exemplifies the type of person who carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. He usually handles it well, leading with a big heart, a soft voice, a gentle demeanor, and a smile. In Season 11, Episode 5 of Chicago PD, the show delved into the negative aspects of the hero and martyr mentality. Kevin Atwater took the robbery case personally, internalized all factions, and spent an hour beating himself up. It's a good clue that Atwater may spend the entire case trying to demonstrate he made the correct decisions and is tortured by losing Corey. If you are not emotionally impacted by losses, reviewing how you could have done things better, and holding yourself to a high standard, you should not be in this position. We've always noticed Kevin's strengths in his moral compass and stance, as well as his moral fiber and how it adds to the unit. However, the hour took an intriguing approach in focusing on the predicament of those traits, and it provided a refreshing and welcome break in exploration, especially for Atwater. We frequently hear how the work may keep officers like Atwater awake all night. There are numerous circumstances in which someone experiences sleepless nights or regret, and Kevin's emotions were relatable, which most of the audience could comprehend in some way. We've all questioned ourselves, our intuition, and our decisions. Who hasn't experienced moments of self-flagellation when we punish ourselves for situations beyond our control? Because what Kevin was going through was something viewers could relate to on a basic level, the personal parts of the case were more intriguing. Of course, it doesn't hurt that LaRoyce Hawkins is a fantastic actor who can sell you on almost anything. He's often why Atwater-centric episodes are among the series' greatest and most engaging. I'd watch that man read the phone book if it hadn't become obsolete. The robbery case made for an excellent beginning. The intelligence unit cannot do anything or go anywhere in their spare time without causing havoc. I swear, it's almost the only way they catch instances anymore. When was the last time they received a case in a normal manner, rather than because someone on the team happened to be around at the appropriate time? Among the countless instances of this happening, Atwater discovering a jewelry heist while randomly preparing to stop at a store to get his watch battery changed is almost comical. Nonetheless, the shooting was stressful, and the bustle at the scene kept my head whirling in all directions, attempting to keep up. Corey being contained between bulletproof glass and a gunshot to the neck was shocking, and it didn't look well for him. Regardless of what me claimed, he couldn't have predicted that if Atwater had reached Corey in time, he would still be alive. However, some of the case's dissatisfaction stemmed from how key events unfolded. It was aggravating that Corey and Teresa ignored anything Atwater said while everything was going on. They rushed when he urged him to stay down, adding to the commotion, which is how Corey was shot and imprisoned in the first place. At first, it appeared that Teresa was fumbling with the key on purpose. It also appeared that she witnessed the robbers unmasking and was possibly involved. It was strange to go through the majority of this case and not know if Teresa was a victim or an accomplice. And the promotion certainly teased that concept. From our perspective, she ignored Atwater, messed up the key, blamed him for her and her husband's behavior, and refused to name the offenders while also being upset that the case had not been resolved. Teresa was such an irritating victim that it was difficult to sympathize with her in any way, and she came across as suspicious rather than innocent. As a result, Atwater's guilt-ridden sympathy for this woman was difficult to behold. You expected him to snap out of it and put pressure on this woman for the sake of the case. It took some time to realize that Teresa was truly terrified for her and her son's lives, rather than for sinister purposes or obstinacy for its own cause. She was correct about the robbers. Philip Morris tipped off his partner the moment he realized he had been recognized, and she and her son were nearly killed. The circumstances surrounding the patrol's departure were upsetting, but happily, Atwater arrived on time. He not only saved them, but he also kept the criminal alive, much to Teresa's dismay. It was the ideal time in this hour to summarize just who and what Kevin Atwater is. He is the epitome of what the job is meant to be about. And he couldn't let that man die simply because of who he was and what he did, or out of vengeance or justice. But even solving the case didn't allow Kevin to sleep soundly. And something tells me that after repeating his every move at the crime scene and discovering the key, he'll have a lot of sleepless nights. It was sad to watch Kevin suffer so hard. He's a decent enough person, and you know this will plague him for a while. But he's also the man who will take all he's learned and apply it to his next job. Now it's your turn, Chicago PD fans. Did you appreciate the Atwater-centric content? What was your interpretation of the key ending? Let us hear it below.